hit the recording button. Verify our audio levels. Let me just do a very subtle audio test here. Yep, looks good.
Completely missed that awesome pun.
What pun? Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah. Sorry. I think you guys were at Firegrass.
Because the just got resurrected by the druid.
Yep.
Oh,
because
yeah, and
you had to
don't even-
detour.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff we want to sell.
Okay. I will. If I can remember how Foundry works. Man, it's been a minute. There we go. This should enable you to sell the stuff and things.
Alright, let me start dragging stuff over.
Alright. Bentbeak's ship is in dry dock. They finally recovered it after the previous battle nearly sunk it. Or actually, it was over a month ago. And so he's excited to have his ship back at some point. And let's see. His ship is called the Bold Folly, so kind of figures that it's trashed.
I've decided that Shafeng is now very short now that he's a hobgoblin.
How
Oh, yeah?
tall?
Compared to before. Yeah, I was just looking. He's like 5'6", 5'5". Because that's apparently that's like pretty tall for a hobgoblin actually. How tall is Storgrim?
Give me a second. 4'1".
Okay, so still taller than you, but not a lot.
You're huge. Holden 6'1". Riviera 4'6". Riviera's teensy. 97 pounds. Half of that is the gun.
How tall would Wuhan be as an eel?
Well, because he does not have legs. The normal measurements of bottom of the feet to top of the head don't really apply. I think if you measured him nose to tail, he could be 10 feet long. And when he's slithering on his lower abdomen upright in order to communicate with bipedal creatures, he probably could be anywhere between 5 to 6 foot tall or bigger.
That's yeah, I didn't even think he doesn't have legs anymore.
It's complicated, Lieutenant Dan. I don't know how tall you are.
Yeah, I got a lot of tail on the ground.
Hell yeah, that's
behind me.
There's a joke. Yep. Just keep
always brag
setting
about
up
your
more
tail.
jokes. Yep.
What?
I don't remember how tall I am, but someone's welcome to check if you want.
Let me look.
But
you are. It doesn't say. That's sad.
Oh. I got it written down somewhere. I'll find it.
The standard height for a cat person. Forget the name.
This game,
Catfolk.
they're just catfolk. Yeah. In Starfinder, they have the different name of Patra. But
Catfolk. Yeah. Average height for females 4'5".
Oh boy.
My tall queen.
Very short party, and then there's Wuhan.
Yeah, Wuhan is height doesn't matter so much to an Iku torso anymore.
Well, we got Holden 6-1, we said, so
That's good.
he's up there.
Holden's a giant. Although Owlbear is a good sized person of your crew. I think he might be the largest.
Okay, so after that, let me get some calculator going right now. 2, 3.
If you want to shove any money in the bank, I keep track under notes of how much money I owe each of you.
All right, so I got about 23,700. How many ways do we want to split that?
Are you just asking, like, do we split it amongst the people here or amongst the whole party if people that come in and out?
That and other, just general. How do we want to split it?
Yeah, didn't we have some that went to the ship too before we were
Well,
saying?
I figure
Yeah.
we'll do one share for the ship.
Yeah.
I was already going to propose that, but how many player shares do we want?
Yeah. I mean, I'd be fine just giving it to everyone, assuming people are in and out. I know Tim and Josh are going to be out for a while, but
They'll
have some
take a
gold money to buy.
crew share. They're fine.
Yeah, let's split it among everybody.
So 9 shares.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. As long as everyone else is.
Well, Toby was just suggesting we give them crew shares,
Yeah,
right?
I wouldn't worry about that.
So
Yeah.
for now.
less. So we can always count on Toby to give them gold later, is how I read that.
Well, if you
So,
divide up and each of the crew gets 100 or 200 or something like that, then I'll put it on their sheets.
All right, so that would be 5 shares then. So 1 share for each of us, and the 1 share to be split amongst the crew. That works.
Yeah, that works for me.
5,
That's fine.
4,745 gold.
Sorry, can you say that again?
4,000. Here. There.
Is that for each of us?
That is each share. Yep.
Okay. Dang. I'm rich.
What was the number? 4745?
Yeah, I put it in the chat.
I see that. Means each of the crew would get about 338 gold.
Works for me.
You
I'm going to-
factored, Sorry, you factored Riviera in that too.
She's part of. She's getting a crew share.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm gonna put mine in the Bank of Bismarck with Ree.
Yay! Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm putting. At another 4,500 from me.
She's not in Foundry, and I'm adding to the crew, so hang on for a sec.
No worries.
She is driving across the incredibly flat and boring state of Illinois.
It's not as bad as Oklahoma.
Yay! Kind of funny because the new car has a place to put my phone for it to charge, and so I've got it sitting there, and I can see you guys in Foundry on the stream. I just can't click anything. So
Oh,
yeah.
Nor, we miss you.
yes, you do. whoever has sheet privileges, feel free to do whatever you want.
Yeah, I was trying, but I don't have it.
1 second. If you're willing to do that, Enrique, I'll give you temporary.
Sure. Yeah, I can. Do I have to interact with the item too to add it in?
No, just the notes.
Okay. Yeah, I can add them to the notes for whoever.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been putting it in waitlist and then marking in notes however many I owe each of you.
Cool.
I've been keeping track of mine on the wait list as well.
Okay. Good golly. Oh my god. 6,000 gold almost from Sha Feng in the Bank of Bismarck.
Yeah.
Can't wait till Riarka falls over the side of the ship and 20 people jump in after her.
This is how I make myself indispensable.
Yeah.
She's got 8,500 from me.
Goodness.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll settle. I'll give you some money soon. Rhea, I just need to count it up.
Yeah.
All
What
right,
does
I
it
have-
give you again?
Higher HP.
Oh, fuck. You're gonna be indestructible.
Basically acts as a necklace of natural armor. But
Yeah.
the plus depends on how much gold she's got in it. My guess is equal to the amount of that particular, or the value of that particular enchantment.
Yeah.
You give me too much credit. I don't think I thought about it that hard. I think I just made up a random, semi-sensible system for it. That might be the case.
All I know is last time she checked, she had enough in there to be +4 and was fairly close to being +5.
Yeah.
Bank of Bismarck.
Okay, so no one else but
11.
Storgrim and I are adding ours to the bank right now, right?
Yeah, next session I will. I'm gonna pop it in.
Okay.
Yeah, it is definitely going to +4 natural armor now. It's almost to +5.
Woohoo! Hell yeah.
I will warn, if we get back to Squib, I'll be probably making a very large withdrawal.
Totally fair.
There's a tattoo I want.
I will simply protect Ree from dying by using my fire magic while
Thank
we're
you.
on Squib. Yeah.
Holden, which weapon are you upgrading?
The Tidewater Cutlass.
The Toyd Water.
I didn't realize we were at a place we could upgrade. Maybe I should have done that.
Yeah, the magical guy. Oh, shoot. I can't click on Goat's Head. Oh, there's the...
To paraphrase the military, your other goat's head.
Oh. I'm going to refresh, because I cannot click on that.
Do you
You
guys
probably clicked
remember?
on the wrong one. There's 2 goat head emblems. You want the one to the left of Riviera.
I probably did click on the wrong one, so...
Like I said, your other goat's head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the other... The
How many
other
goat's
one.
heads you got? Goodness.
2, apparently.
On the screen, 2.
One of them looks cooler, so I gravitated to that one.
Yeah.
Whoever's doing the books, take out my money from Mandy's thing, please.
Yep. It was 6,000. Is that right?
Yeah. It was 6,000 total, but I think I had like 4,500 in, or no, it was like 2,000 or something in there.
You
I don't know exactly.
You had 1,320 in the notes.
There you go.
All right. I will take that out.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing the math.
Yep.
Brave for 2 attacks now.
Yay.
Okay, let me pop on over.
Natural 20. Roll out.
I love having Optimus Prime's voice come through my car speakers.
Hell
Well
yeah.
done.
GM's over here just wasting all my charges of
What?
my items.
I'm testing to make sure the formula just the way I want. You're welcome. I have. You got an unexpected upgrade when you had the Smiths at Goat's Head upgrade Tidewater. It is now +2, and it receives double its enhancement bonus onto hydraulic pushes.
Hot.
And I put it in as a formula, so it'll just automatically compute as you upgrade the enhancement bonus.
Noise.
So now it hydraulic pushes harder and farther.
And faster.
Which helps explain why you've got so much tail behind you. I don't know.
I always have a good amount of tail behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, push it real good.
Wow.
I am going to, nope, I already got it. Already good. Why are the, oh, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
What? Why are the what?
The, I don't want, I don't want to be like that kid that's like, you forgot the homework, but the wands in here are free.
Oh, yeah, you gotta tell me when that's happened so I can fix the price.
Shit.
Which
Fuck.
ones?
Wand of Cure Light Wounds, Wand of Infernal Healing, and Wand of Searing Light.
In which vendor?
Goat's Head?
Goat's Head Shops. Okay, I'll check them. I'm not sure why it does that with certain wands, but yeah.
I'm sure if someone tried to buy the free wand, it would immediately alert
No, it would not. That's
that
the
the wand
problem.
was free.
That's the problem, is it doesn't... just doesn't work.
And then once I finish shopping, I think I'll put some money in the Bank of Besmara.
Yay!
Yay!
I'm gonna mid-journey Ree as a banker at some point.
Yeah, she is a banker.
Wearing the evil crown.
The evil crown. Yes.
Which she is wearing at all times, by the way, so you guys know.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
It's a fashion statement.
Well, that... I was intending to buy me some wands. I'll give it some time.
Working on it now.
Uh-huh.
That one.
You can, in fact, buy the Cumbers of Ustalav.
Yeah, we traded them for the reincarnate.
Yeah, I remember that.
Art is life, or something like that.
Don't die over there.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't. I'm just dying over here.
The nice part about this route is it's almost completely straight, so those are the only times I'll have to use my blinker for the next like 40 miles, and hopefully not have to annoy you with the sound.
I don't even hear it.
Oh, that's good. I'm not used to how quiet this car is yet. It makes me happy.
When you pulled up to my apartment, I was like, hot damn, her car is quiet. Because I couldn't hear it. I couldn't even hear that, like, a car was, like, in the lot and on. I'm just gonna...
Toby gets all the credit for finding the car.
Yeah.
Picked a winner.
5. Oh, okay. I think those prices are fixed now.
Oh, thank you. They are quite... Can I use a Wand of Cure mod?
Buhan,
If you have UMD.
Yeah, UMD. It's the use magic device skill. For example, if you take 10, you can use a wand. Or if you roll average, about half the time you'll succeed. If you buy more UMD, you'll get much higher rate of success there.
Next time I level up, probably.
We did not use the crooked throwing axe to resurrect me, did we? We sacrificed a different item.
Books.
Oh, the books. Okay, right.
Yep.
Yeah, Shafeng doesn't like that axe anymore, so Storgrim, if you want it, he would give it to you. He blames it for his death.
What?
Oh.
I'll take it. Like I said, it's a good item for my closing round.
Yeah, he feels it's too much of a distraction for him. Winds up in him getting decapitated.
Who is the one who's been putting the things in the Bank of Basmara? Because I think I have a deposit I'd like to make.
I have. If you type it in the chat,
Okay.
I will do it after I give this item to Storgrim.
Okay, I'm going to put 4,000 gold from Buhan to Riarka.
Just showed up. I didn't even ask to do a trade. It just plain showed up.
Nice.
I typed it out. Bank of Basmara, BOB. Perfect. And then once you've got that typed up, I'll delete the money from my sheet.
Okay, I've been tracking mine in my wait list so that I
Your
know
wait
easily.
list. I'm gonna do the same.
So has Buhan not given the Bank of Bismara anything before?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I just
making
assumed that. I don't know. I didn't.
Well,
assume that if-
you're a mage class, so most of your money didn't weigh you down.
Yeah, I don't carry hardly anything else, so for the most part, I had been carrying, just the money. Regular.
Alright. I am weaker than I used to be, so I am now at a medium load. Oh, Toby, I don't know if you're busy with something, but I would like to ask our druid friend before we leave if he has any ideas how I can use this phase spider meat that we got. That we harvested from those phase spiders. I know we said when we ate it, like it turned us
Phase
into
spider, delicious.
Yeah, it seems to have a pretty special effect when we ate a piece of it raw. But do you have any recipes for making this last a little longer and more portable? It's pretty fucking heavy right now.
What happened when you ate it before?
I kind of like a phase spider. I phased in and out of reality for a second, I think. Here, I'll try it again, and he'll take a bite.
Okay.
Just a small bit.
Sure. You feel, let's see, last time did I make you throw up? I don't remember if I made you do a fort save or not.
Well,
Eating raw spider meat.
Yeah, it's been a while too, so this might be kind of rancid now. I don't know. I assumed I had a way to keep it from spoiling.
Yeah, I mean, you know that you could try to make phase spider jerky out of it.
Okay. Yeah, my main goal, I'd be trying a way that we can get the effect, but that it's not so heavy. Because right now I got 6 pieces, it's 24 pounds. I want to condense down that benefit so I can hand it out as buffs to people.
Let's see. We'll make a consumable.
The 6 pieces, that was 6 spiders we harvested. How many servings per piece we haven't figured out yet.
That's true. Oh, and I also showed the druid some of the glowing mushrooms I picked, just in case he thinks they're cool.
He's very interested in those.
Yeah, you can have one.
Alright, let's see. Make a consumable. 1. It's going to be treated as being kind of expensive. Make me a cooking check, and you can visit Thragorn and use his cooking pot. He has a nice one.
Okay.
As long as you give him some.
Yeah, I'll give him however much he needs.
Okay.
Is that just like one of the 6 servings I give to him?
You
Or
have
6 spider meat, I mean.
How much does each thing weigh?
So it's 4 pounds each.
Okay. So you got 24 of them. He takes a tax of 4 of them.
4 pounds or 4?
Yeah, 4.
Total?
So you get 20 servings. He takes 4 servings.
Okay.
Okay. That's pretty piss poor there. Maybe you want to take 10?
Yeah, good call. So to take 10 would give me a 23.
Okay. So let me do this. Do this. I'll get you some art for it.
I'm gonna say that I'm not used to my new stocky weird hobgoblin body. That's why I fucked up there at first.
You feel a little clumsy. Incidentally, he immediately calls you Spice Rack on sight, as if, like he helped you with your reincarnation, so he knows exactly who you are.
Yeah.
And he says, as long as you can still cook, it was all worth it.
Yeah, that pressure is also contributed to that initial fuck up.
And how many ranks of cooking does Shafang
6.
have right now? 6?
Yep.
6. Okay. Cool. Save. Let me do this. Okay. I've made it really good. We'll see if I regret this, as I often do when we do this.
All right, let's see it.
Where are you? Here you are. I'm going to put this... Let's see, it's got that. It's got a description. And currently there's 20 of them. Each one weighs about a pound. 20 small bundles of phase spider jerky.
Jesus Christ.
Face fire jerky.
Consuming
Dimension door. Wow.
Consuming a small bundle of phase spider jerky allows the consumer to move via dimension door up to 10 feet per the chef's ranks of cooking, so 60, within 24 hours of eating it, and then it wears off.
Dude, that's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love that.
So
Face
that
spider
60
jerky.
feet is spent. You can spend it in 5 or 10 foot increments, okay? It's 60 feet total
Oh, wow.
for the day.
Jesus Christ.
So I
Wow.
move 10 feet, I use some. I move 20 feet, I use, once you've moved 60 feet, the buff wears off.
Nice. All right. Well, yeah, Shafong's immediately after he makes them gonna go around and hand out 4 to each of the party here and say this is
thank
a
you.
thank you guys for saving me earlier. Obviously, I wouldn't be here. So yeah, here's a little something with the help of Thragorn over here. Thragorn.
Well, thank you.
you.
We're glad to have you back.
Welcome to the weird creature side.
Yeah, I don't know what I am still, but maybe you can help me figure that out later. I don't want to talk about it here. It's kind of embarrassing.
Okay, we can have our little support group. you and I.
Bentbeak reaches into his pirate cargo shorts and pulls out 2 different hairbrushes, a comb, and a pocket mirror. And he very quickly looks at himself in the mirror and smiles, and then hands you the mirror so you can look at yourself.
Okay, so I'm blue. What am I? You get Hobgoblin?
Hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin. Okay. Do
I
people
think
like
I've
them?
seen one of you guys before.
In the
Yeah?
goblinoid family. So
Are they?
you're
are
gonna
they-
get some gruff from the other dwarves.
Really? What about other people?
I remember fighting one of those guys.
No one's got a hobgoblin friend.
Now they do.
We do now.
I
Yeah.
do.
Aw.
And
I mean-
have you ever had a giant eel as friend?
I can't say I have, but I feel
Uh-huh.
quite lucky now that I do.
Anything can happen at sea.
True. Holden, you were saying something, I think?
Oh no, I'm good.
Oh, okay. Someone else, I guess.
Reincarnation has already vastly improved the look of this crew.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was beautiful before. Beautiful.
Oh shit! I just sent all the jerky to storeroom.
Humans are
when I meant
versatile
to.
but devilishly ugly.
Yeah, can you send that back? I couldn't figure out a way to just do like one piece at a time.
I don't think
apparently.
Foundry has a good way to split stacks.
No, it doesn't.
You have to
So-
split it, and then split it.
I'll
and
just-
then
Oh, split it in my inventory, right?
I'll
Actually,
help.
the easiest way, honestly, is
I'm just going to GM drag it.
well, there's that, but you could also just copy it and send it over, and then we can manually adjust the quantity.
Yeah.
That too.
It looks like Toby's doing it though. Thanks.
Yep.
Yeah, so just reduce yours to 4 then, storeroom.
Already has been done.
Sweet.
But I am also a rather handsome fish.
Warning, some of you are being put over your encumbrance by carrying 4 pounds of beef jerky.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Nope. It's not beef jerky. 4 pounds of phase spiders.
Phase spider jerky, yes.
Well, that got me below. Now at least I'm not carrying 6 bags of just loose face spider meat.
It's an improvement.
Not me, though. I'm built different.
Let's see. I will also make you guys a buff.
Spider buff. Spider
Like a noodle.
That should play when the buff goes.
Okay, no body shaming here.
Okay.
Does Elon need to regularly mist himself?
Yeah, like, or you start getting dry. Like, are you just like constantly
like,
making a little fog
moisturize me.
cloud?
Ain't shaming when it's the truth.
Okay.
God.
I'm putting a buff on you guys called the Jerky Jitters.
Awesome.
And it is an item buff. And it starts with a value of 60, and you can adjust that as you spend it throughout the day. When you consume. Delicious. It's very salty. It's a little stringy. Like all beef jerky, it's chewy. But it gives you magical powers, so...
Yeah, it's a pretty crazy item.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a pretty dangerous and weird and rare creature, so I figure we'll make it good. And if you guys use it really, really well, like you're just absolutely tactically brutal with it, I'll never give you anything nice again.
I was gonna say we need to go back and get some of those eggs and just start like raising them.
Oh my god, fuck off. You're not starting a
Spider
phase spider farm.
That would be so amazing.
Your own little Stardew Valley here on Firegrass Island.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Imagine getting enough spider silk to weave cloth armor out of.
Hey, phase spider silk, valuable also, if you can get enough of it.
We're just milking the phase spiders.
Mm-hmm. They're not really web layers, per se.
Milking the phase spider.
Still.
Ugh. There's a lot of tail
I'm
behind
gonna, like,
me.
put that in the... Yeah, Enrique beat me too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just be saying shit sometimes. Y'all know this about me.
I'm definitely putting the spider buffs one up as a possibility.
Hmm.
Yeah. Just me walking a spider on the ceiling.
Please do.
Well,
I will
now
say
you-
this:
Yeah?
if it wasn't for the fact that we do kind of need to see what's going on with that blockade, and we've already had to divert because of this, I would say we'd spend a day or two hunting some more of those blood caimans so we can make more of those tacos, because those are useful.
Yeah.
Mm.
Those have been, like, one of the most useful items that we've had. Like, if not the best one. So yeah, I agree.
Bent Beak says, we've got blood caimans on the island. I might be able to sell you some blood caiman meat.
Well, if you've already got some on hand, I mean, we got the original here. I just didn't know if you guys were hunting them.
Price. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he's got some blood caiman. In the shop, it's going to show up as infinite, but it's not actually infinite. He's got 4 chunks of blood caiman meat. So, Xiaofeng, you want to give me a cooking check?
Yeah. Let me do that. I've made these before too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're 125 gold each.
Oh, and are they in Savage Sustenance?
They are. They're in
There we
Savage
go. So we
Sustenance.
can assume I consulted that.
Yep.
So +5.
150. So, how much do you guys buy?
To be honest, I don't remember what it does. It like lets us breathe underwater or something? Is
Yeah,
that what it was?
basically it's a water breathing and swim skill kind of thing.
Yeah. How much was it per?
125 each. Does everybody have like about 100 they could contribute? All right. So
Yeah.
just erase the 100 off your sheet, and I'll put it to mine
Okay.
and buy it. Actually, better. Well, actually, we don't really need to. Real thinking about it, since he's already going to go ahead and convert them. We'll just say we bought the 4, and then erase the money, and
Okay.
can distribute the tacos later.
Okay. So, how much do you spend on blood cayman meat? And that'll determine how many tacos Shafang makes.
Since there's 4 available, we went ahead and bought all 4, so 500 gold.
Okay.
And that's all coming from your personal sheet, not the bank?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Yeah.
I am now
Shafang,
pretty
good
much
cooking
broke.
check.
But
Shafang, you make 12 blood cayman tacos.
Oh, nice. Okay, well, it's Storgrim's money, so I let him take them and distribute them as he sees fit.
right now, we could do 2 each for the active characters, and 1 each for the 2 non-swimming type. Actually, wait a second. That's right. Graham doesn't need, or excuse me, Buhan doesn't need any.
Maybe
You're
Buhan
right.
just likes tacos.
I
Just
don't
likes 50
need-
gold tacos.
Look, I can take that money back. Thank you. Because I forgot that I can now breathe underwater.
Oh yeah.
A very cool thing about being a fish.
All right, we'll just say 2 each, and since he's taking the money back, that means we probably only would have bought 3. So we'll just say 2 each and 2 left over. We'll put in storage for
whenever you need them.
Whenever we need them, and or our other, in and out crew members come back and want one.
Okay.
In case Kwame or whoever I played comes back.
I've put the gold in the weightless currency of the crew. I'm going to put a general note under Riarka's notes that she is holding roughly 4,500 gold from the TPK crew.
Hey, thank you.
I did not pay Bilge or Lilvan, as Bilge has no concept of money, and Lilvan thinks that the few gold he has is great, and he has no concept of ownership, basically, because he steals all the time.
Could you distribute blood cayman tacos, please?
Sure. You got some, or who has some?
I don't have any left. I ate my one.
Taco. You guys have none, you goobers. Okay.
Yeah, we used them. And,
gotcha, but did they disappear off your sheet?
Yeah, I deleted them because I used them.
Okay. And how many does each person have? 2 or 3?
2.
2. Okay. Blood cayman tacos for Storgrim.
After this, if I run out, I will leave it on my sheet for refill.
Riviera also does not need them, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
See, let me correct myself. When I said 2 per person, I meant 2 per person of the active group.
Gotcha.
Because
Putting some on Holden.
if Buhan didn't contribute the money, then I assume we only got 3 chunks. So.
Yeah, that would be a fair guess.
Xiaofeng's got
Fair
some.
assumption.
Also,
Screw it. I'm gonna take all my money out of the bank, Besmara. Sorry, Ree.
What?
That's okay.
How dare you?
It's okay. I replaced some of your money anyway.
Thanks. I'm gonna enhance my weapon.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Toby, I do have one question.
Mm-hmm.
Object Stanky Leg. Says it has a map on it.
Yeah.
Is it an actual real map? Like we had something we might be interested in on it, or is that just flavor text description?
What kind of GM would I be if I just put BS maps on things that didn't lead anywhere? I say that
Facebook,
not remembering
GM?
at all. Yeah, you're right. Yep. Make
flavor text does
a
get added a little bit.
no. I remember this. Roll me a. As you look at Stanky Leg, you can roll me a sailing check.
Oh, good freaking lord!
Wow,
Yay!
that's
Open
terrible.
roll.
You definitely don't recognize any of the formations on the map at this time.
Yep.
Can anyone else take a look at it?
Storgrim's pretty sure.
I'll hand it over. It's just a artificial leg. So.
Are you using it as your leg now?
I will roll a sailor check.
Are you using it as your leg now?
Or
No, I am not.
Oh, okay.
Because
Would it
using
be-
that as a prosthetic, because it's a prosthetic leg, using it would actually be at a detriment to me compared to the peg leg from my background.
What does the peg leg do?
Because I quote unquote grew up with it, it has no penalties.
Oh, well, Stanky Leg could be adapted.
So stupid, man. Can't believe we're gonna have Stanky Leg in here all the time now.
Nah, I like the peg leg.
He likes his peg leg, but I would definitely Stanky Leg is a magic item. It can be adapted.
I mean, kind of wish I lost my leg now.
You probably will the rate you're going.
It can be arranged. I have an axe.
It can be arranged.
Depends on what we know about Stanky Leg.
Helping.
The one thing, honestly, the one thing that would be of usefulness for you is the fact that it would make any kicks of yours considered a magical weapon in terms of resistance.
That'd be pretty
Ooh,
sweet.
yeah. Time to do a amputation.
Yeah, I think I gotta think about it. I've been through a lot this last 20 minutes before I started chopping off my leg.
Well, just
Can you put it on the end of Iljon's tail?
What? No.
And I can just swing around and kick people
Yeah.
with it.
You can't just duct tape one of my dumb ideas to another one and make a new thing out of it.
Oh yeah, just
Look, Ilhan is peak. I will say Ilhan is peak. It's the best
I'm
idea.
sure.
Now, if you're considering chopping off your leg for this, I have a proposition. I've heard about another magic item you might want, Vecna's head.
what is that?
Okay, you may. I don't know if you know about the D&D lore. There's a pair of artifact level items from an ancient, very powerful lich called the Eye of Vecna and the Hand of Vecna. And you literally, if you are missing a hand or an eye, or remove said hand or eye, you can replace it with these and get, like I said, these are artifact level things, so they're like super powerful, but super evil. There's a story about this one DM who had a bunch of players who were just stupid and doing just really annoying things and with their greediness or get stuff. So he presented them with the head of Vecna. And so they were lining up trying to figure out how to chop off their head and get the head on and not die.
You could put their heads in the bag of heads. And
Ooh.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
I was thinking about
yeah.
that when you said you had your background check for your job. I was like, yeah, what if somehow they found, like, we have all this audio of you talking about decapitating people and talking to their heads.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt.
No, it's the reason Mandy has to work for us at SIU, because she could have had a job at the FBI, but when they called me for her background check, I was like, all of her characters have a backpack with severed heads in them in 5 campaigns.
Well,
it is canonical.
She talks to them regularly.
I hate that. True.
they were performing that background check on someone with my first name, but if they did it on my last name, I think I'm cooked.
Literally, when Tim got his lawyer job, they called me and they specifically asked, do any of his D&D characters collect severed heads? I said, no. He said, okay, he's hired.
Yeah. I'm never leaving this school.
You're just gonna get buried in the library.
Yep. Yeah, but if anyone gets an amputation, let me know. And then this is where I would post a gif of Dr. Nick from The Simpsons. So, you know.
Mm-hmm. They're just going to stuff me and keep me in Feiner when I die and put a tape recorder in my pocket that says, turn it off, turn it back on again.
Yep.
On that positive note, what's next? Oh, party that loves Spacebone but hates Stanky Leg.
I like Stinky Leg.
I rolled to try to figure it out, bro. You know?
Yeah, I rolled for it too.
A couple of us did.
Yeah.
It's just such a mystery.
The leg. Could I attach it to my tail? Does a tail count as a limb? No.
If you cut it off, sure.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Stinky tail.
No.
Stanky tail.
There's a lot of stanky tail behind me.
And that one has so much worse connotations.
It's getting worse. We're doing great.
So yeah, they actually did roll considerably better than me.
Yeah, I got a 25.
That's still not good enough to recognize it. It's just important that we note that rolling a 1 and having a total of 10 is not even close to being able to figure out where that map goes. You'll just have to learn more about the Shackles.
I guess we'll have to.
But I assure you, I am grudgingly making Stanky Leg crucial to the late game of Shackles.
Nice.
As punishment.
As you should.
Like it is this game's version of Wirt's leg.
Sure.
We need to get to the cow level.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot that. Blizzard just kept making that stupid item important again. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do.
But there is no cow level.
It's in the squid bag, so.
Where's that bag? Oh, on your sheet. Okay, yeah. I was just trying to look at the item on your sheet.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't.
I was like, it's gone.
We ran our summer camp. I gave the kids simplified D&D sheets and cut out pictures of a lot of your items. And, Jeff was GMing and he was just scribbling down random things. But the squid bag went out basically as is. And the kids were super creeped out by backpack grabbing stuff. And one kid just role-played as the squid bag for like the next hour, just waving his arms around and grabbing stuff, and the other kids would throw beef sticks at him.
That's awesome.
It was
That's great.
Pretty big success for a D&D adventure.
We need to adopt that one.
Nice.
That's just
Yeah.
what I do all day.
That needs to go on the reincarnate table.
Squid bag. You just come back as a backpack?
Yeah.
Is that fun?
Yeah.
And
But
you
yeah,
roll.
your backpack
I
like
think so.
Pandora.
You roll light grapple checks with a 6 strength on your party for the rest of the campaign. Is that what you do?
I mean, it
Well,
needs to
no,
have a
you-
character arc and like
As
grow.
a god tier role playing challenge.
I don't know. If we do it though, you'd have to do the upgraded version, the Kraken bag. That way,
Yeah.
at least you're somewhat effective.
Yeah, someday if I eat enough phase spider jerky, I'll be the Kraken pack.
Mm.
Dude, if that person dies, like gets incinerated with a fireball that you're riding on, you're also toast. You're also dead. But, you know, worth it.
I mean, we could be playing second edition Dungeons and Dragons and then having to make saving throws for every single one of our items anytime we get hit with a fireball.
Don't
yes.
bring that up,
That
man.
sounds
I
tedious.
once watched a +5 longsword blow up right in front of me. So sad.
So glad it's just my sentient backpack instead.
Mm-hmm. You have the squid bag?
No,
I have the squid bag.
Ah, okay.
hypothetically. In that
I'm
scenario.
glad we don't do that because the bag of heads is safe.
Yes! Yes! You don't have to roll a check on all the heads.
Any other shopping or exchanging of things or cooking we want to do?
Nope, we're heading for that blockade so we can go take out some more slavers.
Amen.
Hopefully
What
our
you said.
sidetrack doesn't make us too late. Kind of a critical sidetrack.
Blockade's been going on for almost a month, and you guys can roll sailing checks here as you talk to Bent Beak and the other folks.
Oh, what check? Sorry.
Sailing or pirate. Okay, there's a -2 from Shafeng. A +2 from Buhan.
Hell
Storgrim
yeah.
with his 22. I'll click a roll from Riarka to see if she can help.
Thank you.
Natural 1, but she helps anyway.
That's how you know you're playing me.
Holds
So
it
true.
with the 28. And Bentbeak is talking to you guys. Where's his... There we go. Okay. Tidewater, he says, is an independent port. They don't like to get along with anybody. It was one of the nastiest, most grumpiest, most feared pirate in all of the South who ran it. And now it's his widow that runs it. And there's been a lot of rumors flown around about how he departed this world and she became a widow. But that port is in an atoll, sort of, that's half broken on the south side of the island. So it's in this big ring of sheer rock, spiky, nasty rock. It's impossible to approach from the east or the west. The only way to approach is a difficult navigation through the south side of the bay. And over land, the island is very thick jungle, very difficult terrain, no paths, no cities, and supposedly a lot of dangerous critters up in there.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's a great placement. It's right along the sea lanes that go... Let's go look at our map. Yeah. You guys are here at Firegrass. And Tidewater's way over here. Why is there a thing that says Ulfred there? Oh, that's your cursor. Cool. Good. And so Tidewater is perfectly placed along these east to west sea lanes that take people around the edge of the Shackles or up down through the north this way. There's a sea lane that's not open right now because of the Sawagan right here. You guys could maybe sail through there without them killing you. You have something of a relationship with them, but most people can't. And then there's another lane here. And so Tidewater's pretty important. It's pretty strategically placed. And from what Bentbeak's able to tell you, the old lady doesn't like anybody, doesn't want to band together with Firegrass or with Rickety's. Doesn't think she needs to do business with anybody else. Very isolated. And they charge an arm and a leg for repairs, refits, restocks. But they're not Shellish, and they ain't slavers, and they ain't affiliated with the free captains from up northern Shackles. So they don't really pay taxes to anyone. And you know, they're not our enemies. They just haven't been that much of a friend to us here at Goat's Head.
Well, maybe if we show up and can break that blockade, they'll feel a little more charitable.
I can't imagine they're happy about it. And if they don't get supplies, they could eventually be in trouble. I don't know how much stores they have. They could have stores for years, but definitely with the Bronze Fleet and a Chellish warship or two sitting off their bay, they're not doing any business. No one's coming or going.
Like I said, worth getting close, taking a look.
I agree.
If we get lucky, maybe we can pick off one of the bronze fleet.
Yep.
Always a good time.
Mm-hmm. Going after those suckers.
Plus, my mug is has a mark on where the island is.
True.
True.
My god is telling me to go there
Your mug sense is tingling.
and get drunk.
Well, we gotta listen.
Okay.
Ah. Double check the provisions. We'll sail with the next tide.
Okay. You restock on water. Bentbeak hooks you up with some cheap, super cheap rations. And he says he restocks your cannons with powder and cannonballs, and he says if you should happen to speak to the lady of Tidewater Rock, tell her that Goat's Head gave you free cannons and powder to clear her blockade.
Aye, we'll do that.
Okay, let's see. Is there? Ah, yes. And he says the approach by land is not recommended. He says you chaps are pretty dangerous, but so maybe you could manage it, but it's a lot of difficult terrain and difficult critters.
But you say their attitude, I don't think that journey's worth even trying. They'd probably just turn us away as soon as we got there.
He says not if you showed up with a whole bunch of food and powder.
Yeah,
Of
true.
course, how you transport it across land, I don't know.
Transport a decent amount, but not really enough to make a difference with a whole city.
Okay. Well, you are stocked on food, water, powder, cannonballs. Your sails are in good shape. Your crew did the careening off of North Windward to repair the damage the Sawagan did to the under. Really, the hammerheads ramming the bottom of the boat is what did it, but it's repaired. And you are ready to set sail.
We sail.
Okay. I have a check from the first mate. As you guys sail out of Goat's Head Bay, the local repair folks that are hammering away on Bentbeak's ship pulled up in the dry docks and other repair jobs around all stop and step over to the edge of the pier and watch you pull away. And people come out from the tavern with their mugs in hand and raise them to you. And Bentbeak leads a cheer for the TPK. You hear 3 times, you hear the entire shoreline, everyone in the town yell cheer for you as you sail away.
Wow.
Aw.
They really love us.
They seem to. Let's see. That day you're going to go south. Your current's going to carry you here. Okay. And you are leaving at, let's see, you spent a whole day trading basically. So let's do
Trading,
this.
supplying.
Okay. Next morning. By lunchtime, you are here. Okay. Yeah, there's no... Okay. Going there. Trying to look at paths here. Okay. First day, we'll just have the lookout. Doop. 21. Not a lot passes. Clear and easy day of sailing. Who do we sail at night, or do we pull in sails and go slow? When you're out on the deep ocean, you can fairly safely sail.
Yeah, I was about to say, we're in deep ocean. I would say we go ahead and sail.
Okay. Who is your night lookout? I know Sarah watches the daytime, or she
I
could be the
should
night
be
lookout.
the night lookout.
Okay.
I've got good night vision.
Okay. You need to rest though. During the day, you're running wind spells all day.
Oh, that's true. Okay, never mind. I'm even.
Got dark vision too, so I guess that.
Yeah, then
You could
I probably
you could put your AFKs. You could put Vaughn on day lookout and Sarah on night, because Sarah has low light vision.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, Vaughn's perception about half of what Sarah's is. It's not amazing. You hear him up there muttering and talking to himself during the day.
As usual.
Mm-hmm. You sail past aisle 418 and remember your adventures in the wildwood glade with hallucinogenic pollen. Remember
Oh yeah.
good times.
Riarka and I think Vaughn making wildflower angels in the field?
Yeah. It was a great bonding experience.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see if I could have another sailing check for the night crew. Who is deck captain when Holden goes to sleep?
What's
Probably
the
not
other guy?
Shafung.
Not Shafung. Shafung is usually cooking,
Yeah,
prepping food and
an
drink for the
average
crew.
sailor.
Let me see. One of the sailors, it might be Sandara. She has a really good check. Okay, you can put Sandara as the night sailing captain. She can't. She's human. She can't see away from the ship that well. But Sarah's got lookout, so she's just commanding the crew at night. Okay. It's gonna be good progress. You have through this area. Let's see. Let me get my. It's time for scribbles. We all love scribbles, I know.
Scribbles are the best.
The wind currents, according to the map, for this time of year are mostly southwest to northeast through here. So you have sort of a swirling current here that you're following. And then to the north of you is a west to east lane of wind that ships like to use. And the next morning at about 4 a.m., let's see, on our night crew, that's going to be Sarah. Marl is a dwarf. He should also probably be on night watch. I assume you got all your low light, dark vision people on at night.
Yep, including me if needed.
Okay. Why don't you also roll perception?
I'll attempt to do so.
I don't know who takes over for my piloting at night, but whoever needs to.
Sendara can pilot.
Oh, good frickin' lord.
Dude, you're...
Oh boy. You're on whatever the opposite is of a run tonight. A roll.
More like a stumble.
Stumble, a trip, a fall. It's okay, it happens.
Let's see, Sarah at that range. Sarah calls down, or sort of, you're standing on the deck, Storgrim, and next to you, into the wood of the deck, an arrow sinks about a foot away from your feet. Bunk. It was not fired, it was very carefully dropped. And it's completely vertical.
Okay, then I will look up.
You see Sarah looking at you, and Sarah in Mayonnaise says, I think there's a sail in a bank of fog northwest. It's too dark and too foggy to be sure, but the sun's coming up in about half an hour. And we will confirm my suspicion, or you'll think I'm crazy, or either way, though, if it is a ship, they'll see us in about 20 minutes. If they don't already.
And I assume he's being quiet this way because he's afraid if he shouts, it'll carry through and alert, right?
He says they might with this fog. He doesn't think they're more than 600 or 700 yards away.
I start passing quiet orders to quietly wake the crew and prepare for battle.
Okay.
Natural 20. Roll out.
Lil Von beans you in the side of the head with a copper coin. The crit does not confirm.
I will find a recipe and have you and
Have some monkey jerky made.
have Shafang cook you up and serve you.
So the crew, you are all woken up. You quietly step onto deck in sort of the twilight hour before dawn, and you hear the captain whispering threats of cannibalism to the monkey crew.
Cannibalism
boy.
mentioned.
Cannibalism mentioned. Obligatory cannibalism mentioned.
It's obligatory.
It's not cannibalism. It's a monkey.
But
Wow.
he's a part of the crew.
Monkeybalism. That is true. It would be crew cannibalism.
Crewism.
Crewnibalism. Yeah.
All right. So, as the crew is getting prepared, just in case, I keep the wheels steady so we don't act as if we have spotted them.
Okay. Holden, give me a sailing check. Perfectly vertical, Morty. What the hell? Oh,
Natural 20. Roll out.
That was loud.
that was really loud. I could adjust the volume of it, but I'm not going to. We all agree that's the right move, I think?
Yep.
It's not a critical unless it blows your eardrums out.
That's right. Okay. Holden, your human eyes cannot see through fog, and they don't see that well at 4 a.m. But if this ship is where they're saying it is, you could wheel the TPK sort of northwest, drop sail for a second for a sort of a sudden turn to the northeast, and then go full sail and come in behind them with what is known as the weather gauge, the ability to close with them at any time. They wouldn't be able to get away. You'd essentially come right in behind them with the wind at your back. And if there's any sort of fog or cloud spells that the wizards of the ship could put together to make this fog worse, they might not even see you until you were awfully close.
I call it the Holden maneuver.
Wow, Jesus Christ. He immediately named this maneuver after himself.
Who?
Holden.
Sounds like the Picard maneuver.
He's immediately calling it the Holden maneuver. I just proposed it.
The Alistair.
He's already
maneuver.
copyrighted it. I can't actually say it anymore unless I give him $1.
Holden maneuver.
You realize
TM.
there's actually 2 Picard maneuvers, right?
Are there?
Yeah. There is the official one for the maneuvering of the ship, and then the other Picard maneuver is the fact he always tugs on his tunic every time he stands up.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah. I think a bunch of them do that, right?
But he was conspicuous about it. He'd always get out of the captain's chair, and it was like always a double tug.
It's fine. Yeah, the Riker's just man-spreading and climbing over chairs backwards.
There's a reason for that, actually. He had back. I found out about this actually like maybe 6 months ago. He had back issues, and so standing around would cause his back to hurt. So he was leaning in on stuff just to make it easier on his back, because it was all the different shots and all that sort of stuff. And it just became such an iconic part of the character that it worked.
We almost got him for Comic-Con many years ago. Like 2019, 2020. So close. All right. So, you wish to attempt this maneuver. Buhan.
He's got cloud spells.
Let's
Yeah,
have
I
a
got a lot
perception
of-
check from Buhan.
Oh, fuck yeah. Well, it's still dark, so I probably conceal.
You can see
You
at
know?
night, and more importantly, as a sorcerer of storms, you have your bullshit abilities,
Uh-huh.
such as the ability to see through fog.
All right.
Okay, now roll me a sailing check, Buhan.
That is... It's been a minute. That would be a sailor or pirate check?
Yeah.
Either one.
Oh. That's not...
Our luck is being siphoned off by just a few people, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Buhan, you don't recognize the ship or the sails, but you can at least say, well, it does look like a ship.
Yep. I'd be like, that's a boat. That do be a boat.
Everyone is amazed by your visual acuity.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Well, I can't always see this well.
Slow clap for fun.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other preparations, or are you guys doing this?
Let's do it.
Once you swing to the northeast and drop sails again, you will be in the channel of wind. You'll be sort of committed. You can get away at any time, but they're definitely going to see you once you get within 500 yards, even in this fog.
That's fine.
Okay.
Now, does that including Buhan casting Obscuring Mist to help thicken the fog?
Buhan, obscuring mist will get you pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
A well-placed stinking cloud might get you even closer.
Ooh, okay.
But of
let's
course,
do
eventually
it.
it will blow into them and they will smell it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna do it, because why not?
Okay. You can go ahead and cast it on here. They're not going to suffer the save or the effects of it because it's going to be too dispersed, but it's just, you can use it
Okay.
as visual cover.
Okay. I'll just,
And holding
I'll
it
put
like
it right
a
next
new,
to
fresh
myself.
sailor check. I am keeping your natural 20 in mind, though. Nicely done with the fart cloud.
Mm-hmm. Literally fart cloud. I had to do it for the bit.
For the bit.
Taking fart cloud gate to its natural conclusion.
The crew not only follows the orders from Storgrim and Holden, they do so silently. They use mayonnaise, they whisper, they click to each other when they need someone's attention. They hold on to the little metal rings that guide the ropes through various places. They prevent any clanking or clunking. At one point, someone almost causes a spar, like a 6-foot length of wood, to fall over, and two others dive silently and catch it. And one of them gets kind of hit by it and goes, ugh. But they are absolutely devoted to silence. And they have this sort of devilish grin on their faces. Everyone from the Risen to Bolty to Sandara, they all have this devilish grin on their face of impending action and potential loot.
Hell yeah.
And none of them wants to be the one to foul it up in the slightest. Even Lil Von seems to pick up on this vibe of total silence, and he's just pacing back and forth on the topmast, up and down the mast, back and forth in total silence.
Good job, everybody.
Yay!
Okay. One second, I need to adjust this. I need to fix something on this other screen. Xiao Feng is just going to go ahead and get hammered.
Yep.
Are we doing stuff like that?
Okay.
No one's stopping me. I was, yeah.
Well, since we are. Well, no. I'll hold it for later.
Okay.
I think I have super bless if someone wants to give it to the party.
Okay.
We need it.
Riarka can activate Super Bless.
I'm gonna eat this.
Don't think I have the Super Bless buff, actually.
I'll get you one.
Thank you.
Ugh.
Ugh, 2-car shit, gross.
I just think it was either an ability or an item that made it from blessed into super blessed.
Yeah, it's an item. It's the Book of War Prayers.
Yeah.
I think I actually need to make one for this campaign. Buff. Bless. Okay, making you guys a Super Bless buff. Changes attack rolls. 2. Okay. And Super Bless lasts hours per level, which is why it's awesome. Okay. Copying that over to everyone.
Thank you.
As you guys get closer, you can actually hear bells being chimed to signal the change of the watch on the ship ahead of you. You can hear voices. It's difficult to discern what they're saying at this range, but they are not moving particularly silently. They are trying to make sail, and you can hear quite a lot of activity on their deck for 4:30 or 4:40 in the morning. Let's see, who needs... Got you, Shafang. Okay, everyone has Super Bless. It's the little skull and crossbones.
Hell yeah.
And let me do a bit of this.
Well, that's new.
What?
When you're hitting rolls now, it still rolls the die, but all the sides are question marks.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
That's good. Keep you guys from cheating.
Or it wouldn't even roll the dice at all, but...
Yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Buhan, you get a new perception check. Actually, at this range, I'll give it to any of you, but there's going to be a negative if you don't have fog sight.
God damn.
Buhan rolled so pissed, it's probably not going to matter. One of you is going to need to roll good. I'll give you a check from Sarah, who climbs up into the crow's nest.
I'm rolling as stinky as the fart cloud.
Sarah also rolls terrible.
And I do too.
God damn.
There's not much point in a Holden rolling.
Do I have low light?
I will give you a check. Let's see. Well, you rolled a 19. Riarka, all the way up on the tip, the front of the bow, you climb out on the bowsprit, the sort of long, 10-foot long spike of wood that goes off the front of the ship and hangs over the open ocean underneath you. You crawl out on it, squinting, looking ahead of you, And the sails of the ship ahead of you look dark. The masts look dark. The wood that the ship is made out of looks dark. It's a different color than most of the ships you've seen down here. Even through the fog, you can tell it's a darker variety of wood. And as the sun starts to peek over the clouds and dawn is approaching, 4:40 a.m., you realize the sails are a deep crimson red.
Yep. Relay that to everyone.
She does.
Ooh.
And who do we know who does Crimson Sails?
Cheliax.
Ah, fuck. One of the Chelish.
Let me, because it's been a while since we played with this, let me make sure. Even if the boat's the same size as us, it's probably going to be more heavily manned, right?
Yes. Well, you have a pretty big crew now. It might be similar. You can guarantee if it's Chelish, it will have Marines with muskets. It will have a competent command crew. Even if it's a privateer and not actually a Queen's ship, it will have like an officer corps that can fight. It will be able to defend itself. And the other thing is as soon as it sees you, and it is about to, there's no way they can't any moment now, it's going to expect to pull you over and demand to know what you're doing here. They're going to be absolute rabid aggressive. They're going to be dicks about it.
What's the size of that ship compared to ours?
Similar. It is it's a large sloop or a small frigate. It's double-masted. It is similar speed to your ship. If it is crewed by a higher level, if they have a better wizard and more experienced crew than you do, then they'll be faster. But right now you have the weather gauge. You could break off, or you could basically turn and get 2 full volleys on them before they can even get out of range, and they would have no way to turn around and come back at you.
Polling players, I have a bad feeling about this. I think while we might win, I think it'd be very, very costly. I don't think it's worth it, but if the rest of the guys think wanted to go for it, we can.
How far are we from it, like distance-wise right now? I know they said they were going to see us any moment. But
500 yards currently closing, but all you have to do is go to half sail and they will pull away, although they will see you in their wake, and they won't have an easy way to turn around and come at you.
Yeah.
We could get away. We could also take a couple of shots at them, and
they're definitely in Tortagon range now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I mean,
what did you say, Mandy?
Ten and 2, Mandy. Keep your eyes on the road. Yeah, she might be switching cell towers or something.
Well,
I'm in that weird spot where.
Yeah.
I'm okay with either fighting them or not. But if we can make a clean getaway,
I think it's best we did, because more than likely we probably have our flag ready to raise, but haven't raised it yet.
Sailing check, Holden. Is Holden your highest sailor or pirate check right now?
I think so.
Pretty sure.
I'm giving him to him because I think he's your best.
That's why he's...
Yeah. That's why he's the executive officer. 29. Holden, that ship is high in the water. You think it is probably a supply packet, meaning its task is to keep the blockade ships supplied. And it's high in the water, so it has little to no cargo on it. Read, no loot. You can see the crew figuring out the same thing.
Yeah, it's just a supply ship. Looks like they're riding high in the water. I don't think it's worth fighting them anyway.
Well, let's turn around.
Hard to starboard. Then raise sails.
The other information I can give you, Holden, is that they are on this weird path. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to you, because if the blockade is here and they are going this way, which they seem to be, you're not sure where they're resupplying at. You don't think they would dare pull into Goat's Head and demand service, although I guess they could. Probably they are going to some other location in this area, because if they tried to go up into the upper part of the Shackles, it'd be very difficult to sail through these channels, even with their ship, unless they know some secret path that you haven't heard about, which could be. Or they have some amazing Chelish wizards on board that can do stuff. Or because the ship's so light in the water, there might be some sandbars they could push through, etc., etc. Holden's just kind of doing the math on why are they going that way.
Well, if
you can actually see where they're going, you can figure stuff out, but that's the trick.
You could also pull them over and kill all but one of them and interrogate that one, or put him in the bag of heads. Speak with head.
There is that. All right. 2 options. We cut off, make it look like we're going in a different direction, then swing back eventually and not exactly follow, but follow, and then see what we can find without them. Or we go in hard, see if we can take them out, and get direct information.
Are the Cheliacs, are they slavers?
Yes.
They are allied.
Very much so.
Okay, and then Shafeng votes, let's take them out.
Yeah.
They're devil-worshipping slavers.
They're supposed to represent, like, the British Empire.
They're also...
I thought they were the Spanish.
The Spanish?
Sort of like the British, they are currently the most dominant navy on the continent.
It
Yeah,
would be awesome if we were able to take out a dominant navy vessel.
Yeah, they're the only one around, right? From what you guys saw.
Yeah.
No, there's
supply ship.
Right now, yeah. If you completely take them out, if any of them survive or get away or whatever, you would then be moved considerably up the list of enemies to the nation of Cheliacs.
Can't let them get away.
All right, then.
All right. Nice.
Let's do it.
I'm down to do something stupid. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm always down to kill a slaver.
Okay.
I enjoy fucking with the challenge.
Okay, let me ask you this. Riora has information about the Cheliax Navy in a general sense, right? So she would understand whether or not it might not have the knowledge of whether or not a ship like this would be comparatively armed as ours, or lighter since it's a supply ship.
Comparatively armed, although it might not have a tortu gun.
Yeah. All right. And you said we could probably get 2 decent volleys off before they really have a chance?
You could tortu-gun them twice and continue to close. Or you could turn your side and give them like 4 or 5 cannons twice before they were out of range. And if you disable them with those 2 broadsides, then you could catch up to them at your leisure, but if you don't, they'll get away. If you Tortugan and close, you just stay aimed right at them, full sail, and you're going to just soften them with a couple Tortugan blasts, pull up next to them, board them, and fight it out.
That's probably our best bet. So yeah, we'll
Yeah, so they don't get away.
charge straight up their tail, right up the kilt.
Okay. Give me another sailing
What a
check from
fail this
Holden.
episode.
Yeah. There's a lot of tail behind me.
Yeah, there's a fart cloud on
There's a
their
lot
tail,
of
right?
sail behind me.
A lot of stinky tail behind me.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Okay. First mate gets the ship on course. Rest of the crew understands. You see quick, quiet Mayonnaise conversations going back and forth about. They have sort of the same debate in their minds as they go, there ain't no treasure on that ship. And the retort is, the treasure is that you get to kill slavers.
True.
And maybe find out where they're getting resupplied from and get the treasure from there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The treasure is the slavers we killed along the way.
You're so right. You're so right.
If that wasn't so long, I'd put that as the title.
It's a bit long. But it's a very good one. Very good point.
And to be algorithm safe, we say unalive.
Yeah, I think the algorithm would mangle that one or just ban our episode, so. But I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we do it for the memes.
I will, however, put that on another server of mine that specifically has the channels of out of context game quotes.
That's a fun channel. So much tail behind me. Okay. Who wants
I do
to?
have a lot of tail behind me.
Let's see. See the crew urging Tortugan up to the bow of the ship. Tortugan slowly walks up the plank set before it, climbs up onto the bow. Vaughn and who is it? Imani? No, it's Zuberi. Vaughn and Zuberi are gently urging Tortugan. Who's a good boy? Who's a good cannon? Go up that way. Hell, oh yeah, good boy. Oh yeah, we're gonna blow up some slavers. You're gonna blow him right up. He's a good boy. Oh, good boy. They pat him on the shell and guide him up, position him on the foredeck, and then they give him the request, which is sort of lucky that Tortugan complies with requests. She can't really make him do anything, a stone tortoise. And he locks down, hunkers down, and his feet just sort of grip onto the deck without damaging it. But he hunkers down, raises up his cannon face and neck, and they load shot and powder, tamp it down, aim it, and then they look at the captain.
I'm going to try and time it so that we fire like seconds before they think that they would notice us.
Okay. You could do 2 shots, but they definitely know you're back there. Or you could do 1 shot and then board, and they'll have 1 less round to prepare.
1 shot and board.
Okay. You guys have 10 rounds to prep.
I want to aim for the aft, the helm area.
Okay.
I want to disrupt the command structure and controls.
Okay. And then you're going to pull alongside and board?
Yep.
Okay. Let me...
Although I may... Would we have time to change out the load on one side of cannons to grape shot as we're closing?
Yeah, you can change those out now if you want.
Okay. Exactly. So on one side, change it out to grape shot, so that we'll do Tortugan as we're getting close, and then right before we get into boarding, grape shot, full broadside grape shot.
Okay.
I have arrived at my parents', so I'm going to disappear for a minute and carry my stuff in and then get on the laptop.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, see you in a minute.
BRB.
Okay. What are the prep steps everybody wants to take? You may have, most of you won't have this many things to do, but up to 10 steps.
I've got my expeditious retreat on. I'm gonna cast some spells on myself. Cat's Grace. And I think I ran out of that, but I had already.
I'm gonna do some type of martial flexibility if we have so much time to prep, I guess.
Okay.
Trying to figure out
I'm
which
gonna
one.
do this. Mirror image.
Sorry, I'm back.
No worries. We are doing our pre-combat buffs. We have 10 rounds, a full minute prep time.
Do I have a buff for mirror image?
I will. If you don't have one, I can steal you one.
I got 4 images.
Okay.
I will use this potion that I just bought because this seems like a good time to use it.
Okay, that's all I need to do.
Well, guess I don't. I thought I did. Buffs.
No, with the haste, I don't need.
Okay. Okay, Buhan. Spell. Just have to make you a new one. You said you got 4 images?
Yep.
Okay. There you go. Minutes. Okay. Sandara reports to Storgrim and Holden that she can put water walking on up to 6 people. In case, like maybe the boarding party, in case they fall over the side or something.
Sounds like a good idea.
She also asked if you'd like her to cast preliminary resurrection on anyone you think is going to die. She's
Binary
just
resurrection.
she's just kidding. She can't.
All right, come on, bring it.
She
It's
can.
first time.
She can put a bull's strength on someone also.
It's Shafoblin's first time.
I'll
I'll
take
take
that.
the bolt. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, what's your strength?
It's 16 now, but I forgot, Toby, you said I can change everything to be dex based if I wanted?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, so never mind. I
yes,
don't
okay,
need
yeah.
any more.
I'll take the bull strength.
Okay.
Add on too. Oh, I already had it.
Yeah, but you had the old version. I gave you the new one.
Okay.
It's no different.
Okay.
Okay, Shafang. Go to your settings. Switch you over to being a dex boy.
Oh, you're doing it? Thank you.
Yeah.
Do I have the wrong version of haste too?
You might have an old version of haste, yeah.
I always thought it was the FCCC one that we want, FGCC one we wanted to use.
Oh, I don't know. Let's see. Sonic Slam. Ability bonus. Good. That goes off dex now. Your unarmed combat.
No, I got the right one. Okay. I don't know why I was thinking it was +2 to AC.
Maybe you're thinking of Blessing of Fervor?
I don't know.
Might be, might be. Okay. Got all that done. That's done.
When we pull up to the ship to board, how far do we think we'll be?
Close.
Like right next to it.
You guys are pulling right up next and then throwing boarding hooks over to attach.
Okay. I'm just trying to decide if I want to use some of my phase spider jerky.
It would be
so I can just
incredibly
pop over
helpful in this battle.
Okay. Yeah, I'll use one of those too.
Okay.
With that GM suggestion, I will do so as well.
What? You could also, Shafang, cast your fishing pole out, hook it onto something, and hang on to it as it pulls you out to sea.
I've already thought twice
If you want to
myself, is there a way I can use the fishing pole right now? It's already gone through my head twice, and I was like, no, not really.
Hey, he's trying to make the absolute most use of what
the
you
best
give
item.
him.
I do regret not enhancing it to be +2.
Okay. All right. Have we done our prep?
Yep.
I'm prepped.
Yep.
Let's see, what does this look like if I do that? There we go. Hear a bunch of people chewing on their phase spider jerky. Or maybe it's just Shafang.
Store
I
grip
had
too.
some too.
Store grip too.
I think.
Not loaded
I
into
might-
Foundry yet,
Okay.
but would also eat it if someone wants to.
Okay.
Let me partake.
Now that we have
phase spider jerky.
Well, yeah, no, you may want it. I was just thinking, you could very well spend most of your time on our ship and just doing things.
Me?
Yeah, because you're mostly ranged.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just stay on the ship.
Either way, it's still going to be
And-
a very fun intimidation move when the entire boarding party pretty much poofs from one ship onto the other.
Well, I have a question, Toby.
Yeah.
So the fart cloud that I casted, will that reach them? It nauseates people.
The previous one that you cast, no, you just use that to hide yourself. Although they are going to smell kind of a funky rotten egg smell drifting through the air at them any moment, but it's not going to affect them. If you want to cast it again directly on them, they'll have to make the save.
I think I got Sickening Ray for that, but...
Well, Stinking Cloud's vastly better because it can hit tons of people.
Well, then I'll cast some fart on them. You know, why not?
If you're a level 6 brawler, your flurry is 3 attacks.
Okay, sweet. And they're all... No, so the first 2 would be like normal bonus, and then the third one would be whatever, +1 instead of +6 or whatever.
The last one is -5 to hit, basically.
-5, okay.
And
apply the 2-weapon fighting to everything, so it's -2, -2, -7, right?
Mm-hmm. And your weird requirement that you move between each one.
Mm-hmm.
To use the phase spider jerky, you can use it on a move action, or you can use it on a 5-foot hop. And if you use it on your 5-foot hop, it's still a 5-foot hop, but it can be like across someone or through something.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Nightcrawler. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
pretty sweet.
You may just go bamfing through the crowd, positioning in weird spots.
Nice.
Now, just to let you know, because I'm looking this up for future things, if you want to expand the flurry, it looks like what you could do is you could buy basically flurry temporarily gets you the 2-weapon fighting feat, so that you can make an offhand attack. That means in theory you could possibly actually no, you automatically get it. 8th level you get the improved fighting, which means it'll give you even more attacks. But no, you don't even have to take the extra. You'll get it automatically as you level up.
Okay. Cool. Sorry for that diversion. Thanks, guys.
No, you're fine.
No worries.
Sure, I've never seen a monk or a brawler in a game before, actually.
If I cast the fart cloud, will that affect my friendlies when they go over there?
Depends on where it is.
Stinking Cloud, yes, affects friendlies.
Okay, well, I'll save my highest level spells for something else.
You could do it. You just have to be thoughtful about how you place it. It can be devastating.
I think I'll wait to make that decision.
Sure. So we run a approach. People are eating buff foods and casting buff spells. And we're approaching. Okay.
Putting some spider jerky and the skull into my backpack so I'm not cumbered. Okay. There we go.
So yeah, we're gonna open up with Tortugan, aiming more for the helm area to try and add a little extra chaos to the surprise, and then as we're closing, right before we're throwing the grappling lines, we're going to fire a full broadside of grape shot.
Me gusta el Tortugan.
What the fuck? Only Storgrim can hear that?
Yeah.
You're supposed to be speaking Dwarvish! What the fuck is this weird human language?
That'd be awesome if it only speaks Spanish.
I'm going to switch it to Portuguese. I'm going to torture Nomcath with Portuguese for the whole campaign. Portuguese dwarven axe. It's very confused.
A porch of geese.
That's right.
Put some English on that last one.
11 Labs has done a lot of updates in the last month. You can expect some weirdness. So, you guys roll up, sailing in hard. You get Tortugan ready to fire. You hear alarm bells, whistles, voices in alarm all over their ship, and it explodes into a flurry of action. And Vaughn and Zuberi look at the captain, waiting for the go-ahead.
Raise the flag and let Tortugan introduce us.
Shell lands squarely on the back deck. You see bodies flying left and right. Bits of sail and spars shattered and blown out to sea. You can see a fire started on the back rail. And you guys close up behind them. And you see red and black outfits running all over the deck. Men running to the back rail, standing right next to where it's on fire, loading and prepping muskets. And you guys pull right up alongside.
And right as we get there, make us a landing room, boys.
And you unleash the lower cannons. You have half your crew down there manning those, and they just let rip with your port side cannons. And you hear a cheer. Sorry, this is the only cheer sound I have. It's a soccer goal. But your crew cheers and screams as you throw across your grapples and pull up close to the cellist ship. Bring it in close in the fog. And let me throw you guys into a combat. You can roll initiative.
Oh, it says I can also roll for Kwame.
Yeah,
Natural
I think
20.
you still have control.
Roll out.
Wow. I finally rolled a 20, but it was for initiative.
Hell yeah. It's not a bad thing to
One
roll.
of the better times to roll for it.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially when you have AoE attacks.
I can't wait to start with my new spells.
Oh yeah, we got deadlier.
Mm-hmm.
You did. Let's see. All of the PCs have rolled.
Hey,
Let's see. Dinghy does not need a turn.
I have grand designs for these people.
It's ominous.
Stinky designs for these people.
Stinky designs.
Stinky designs. I got a lot of stinky tail behind me.
I would love to shapeshift into someone from the Chelish Navy, but I don't want to get shot by the crew.
That is most likely what that would lead to, yes.
Yeah, won't do that then.
Plus, I don't think that changes your clothes.
Oh, she can do
You
that.
can? Okay. Alright.
She's quite sneaky.
Yes. Our sneaky goat.
Okay.
Bolty and Rosie are the only ones who don't have initiative.
Yeah. You've got some people working cannons, so I'm pulling them out of the order. Or
Well, I think after that one shot.
Right, but they're round one. They are currently downstairs.
Oh yeah, I think it'd be a round or two before they join.
And I think we're ready to start. Let's see. Oh, because you're a duplicate of that one. I was like, why did you sound like that? Let me do this so that they don't have the wrong voice the whole time. There we go. As you guys close, fire your shots. The Chelish Marine races over to the rail and looks at who is at the helm of your ship. It is indeed Riarka.
Yeah. Am I about to die?
You're about to get shot at.
Okay.
Oh, it's just still called musket pistol. Sorry, gotta correct something very quickly. There we go. Close this.
Oh. Oh, okay. Ouch.
You are blasted for 12. They open fire immediately. You hear the Marines barking orders, taking up positions, and ordering. If you speak Common and Infernal, you can hear them in a mix of languages, deliberately targeting your command crew.
Alright. So...
and again I say, fuck the Chelish.
Yes, definitely.
So valid.
So the phase spider thing, that's my standard action to Dimension Door? Or
It is, you use as much of your movement in that manner as you want. Like if you run 50 feet, you can spend 50 feet of your phase spider buff and make it a Dimension Door. You can.
Okay, so it counts as my move action.
Yeah, it basically, instead of running your little footsies across the deck, you just teleport there, but you get 60 feet of it for the day.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I could still attack afterwards.
Definitely.
Sweet. Alright, then I'm going to, just phase. So Shafang just...
I should say, let's take a second. Hang on. Let's take a second. You guys had all the prep time in the world. Position yourselves on the deck of the TBK wherever you think you would like to start this fight.
There we go.
I'm at the back.
Basically, cheat a little bit. You had all the prep time in the world, so.
I think I stepped on that lady, so sorry. I moved.
Okay.
Okay, yes, I'll start there.
And like
Actually, I can't step on anyone anymore.
I would
I
skip
slithered over her.
the seamen. We don't know. They may attack, they may not. But we can definitely go for the like the Marines.
Captain, make a sailor check on that. You might know that. First mate, you want to help him out? He's rolled 1s and 3s all day.
Except for my initiative.
That's a delightful exception.
This Ring of Luck is the craziest thing ever, I swear.
You like it?
It's great.
Holy fuck, it added 5 to that roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my check could be anywhere from between plus 13 to plus 20. It's pretty funny.
That's wild. Well, that's what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be random as hell. Holden, you catch a glimpse. The fog clears for a second, and you look at these crew. They are well fed. They are ripped. They are serious looking. They are clean shaven. A lot of the crew, you can tell the crew because their heads are shaved, but they look intense, and they're looking across the water at you like they want to fucking eat you. You don't think there's a single reluctant person on that boat. You think you're gonna have to fight them all.
So Shafang just blinks out for a second, blinks back in. Right below the eye line of this ordinary able seaman and just immediately tries to take out the side of her knee with a leg sweep.
All right.
And trip her.
Fuck yeah.
So, probably not gonna work. But 18 to trip.
18. You trip her. Barely. She almost avoids it.
Sweet.
But she's flat-footed from the fight just starting. So you knock her prone.
All right. And that's his turn. And he has buff on that. Hopefully the dimension door counts for this. Since I moved more than like 10 feet or whatever, I have this wind. So yeah, I moved more than 5 feet, so I got 20% concealment against any ranged attacks that people take against me.
Oh yeah, no, the phase spider definitely counts for that.
Oh, does the phase spider, does it stack with that?
It definitely triggers it. So you have
triggers
20%.
it. Oh, okay, sweet, sweet.
Jella Victor.
This crewman, let's see, there's fog. So the round one, they're each gonna have to make perception checks. After that, I'm not gonna make them roll. 11. She sees Xiaofeng board and she runs that direction. She sprints across the deck and takes a flying kick at you. Misses.
This blocks it.
Jella Victor.
This guy. He makes his check, but he has to go across the mast and slide down to the deck. That is half his round.
Never gave a damn. I ain't never gave no fuck. No. Fell out with them hoes. We ain't never making no fuck. Back for everything I ever lost.
Bolty puts one in the shoulder of the Marine that shot Riarka.
Thanks, Bolty.
Jella Victor.
Okay.
We'll give her one of my remaining cheeses later. Yay!
An honor, to be sure.
Cheese. Yep.
Cheese, the love language.
Especially at our tables.
Yeah.
You see repositioning.
Alright. So I will bamf here. Take advantage of not only prone but flanking against this one.
Take a swing.
There we go. That's a decent hit.
Huge. Hit her for 20. She is very hurt.
And because I hit, I'm doing cleave attack and will attack her.
Okay.
Power attack.
26 hits for 16.
Okay. I just have one question for you all. Who's ready to farty?
Oh my god.
Well done.
I will cast it here.
Dear God. Okay. Who's ready to farty?
Oh, damn. Those rolls.
No.
Natural 20. Roll out.
They're all over the place. Okay.
Not surprised the Marine rolled a natural 20.
This is pretty devastating. The Asmodean Enchanter rolled a 2.
Nice.
He
You're
is sickened. Or is it nauseating?
Aren't we all?
Yes, we are all sickened. Nauseating. Okay. Worse than sickened.
Does it smell different now that it comes from an eel?
Yeah, worse.
Probably like really bad.
Mhm.
Well.
Ordinary seaman, you are also nauseated. Okay.
Okay, we need to find the meta
Fine.
magic rod of permanency, so you could do, because it says you can be made permanent. So just throw the cloud down; it's permanently there.
A
Go ahead.
permanent
You
fart cloud.
literally, with that fart cloud, you literally nauseated 2 of the deadliest people on their side.
I saw they looked pretty fucking intimidating, and I was like, okay, it's time.
You caught 2. Yep, that's huge that they failed. 4 and 4 were their rolls. Or 4 and 2 were their high-level people's rolls. That's very bad for them.
They were ready to party.
Cella
They were
Victa.
very ready to be party.
And the fun thing is, even once they leave, they will continue to be nauseated for 1d4 rounds, plus 1 rounds.
Oh, good luck getting your ship after this.
Apple. Let's see. I need to do this. Oh, I need to do this. Iteratives, custom. There we go. Okay. And that is the wrong sound. Sorry, fixing. .25 with flank should hit Storgrim.
Yep, just barely.
So you take 7, and you need to make a fort save. Her stunning fist DC is only 15. I think you're good.
Yep.
Let me include it in their attack next time. Yep. Fort. Okay. Got it.
Cella Victa.
You come over to the main mast, and then you're going to drop down. You...
Cella Victa!
Made your barf save. You 5 foot out of the sickening cloud. And you shoot danged old Storgrim right in the back. Natural 1. Jams his musket. This is a lucky start so far.
Cella Victa!
You are 50 feet above the stinking cloud, and you have to make a maneuver to get down without running through it. So you have to do this. You're fine, but you're going to come down way over here. Okay.
Well, you know, it's time for some spiritual weaponing.
Hell yeah.
You have a couple of target-rich environments.
Yeah. I clicked it, and I don't know why the thing didn't appear. Roll it again.
The spell?
Yeah, it's not letting me place it.
Coming up over on the chat screen.
Okay, where would you like it to go?
In the middle of this cloud of people, please.
Okay, who do you want it to start on? This looks like an officer. This looks like a Marine who is shooting at you. And this is crew.
Yeah.
And this is something much higher ranking.
I suppose if they're targeting well, I'm torn between hit the guy shooting at us and go for their officers as well. Yeah, we'll whack the high-ranking one.
Okay. Going for the gold right
Oh
away.
yeah, pick him off.
And now it is giving me a thing to place, so I'm gonna set it down and then we can delete it. I'm sorry, my computer's being stupid.
Okay.
I don't know why it's being like
There you go.
this.
It worked. And then what?
Part of it may be the rolling cloud bank. I'm noticing I'm getting a little bit of stutter.
Let me turn that down a bit. Reduce density, reduce scale. In fact, if that's slowing you guys' machines down at all, I'll just turn it off. It'll fade here in a minute. You get the idea, it's foggy.
Yep.
Yes.
You all have assured me that you're imagining fog.
I'm thinking
Mine-
about
mine
fogs
is
most
blue.
of the
While
time.
the guy's shooting.
Okay. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
You should all get $3,000 gaming PCs right away, just for this silly game.
Hey, if you bankroll it, I'll go for it.
If I could, I would. If I hit the lotto, we're all getting good D&D machines. I don't care.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like my laptop.
I never
but
played the
I'll
lotto in my
switch
life,
over.
so unlikely. All right.
I do 3 tickets a week.
Hell yeah. Gambling.
One per each major lotto in.
Yeah. Totally reasonable amount. My dad loves it too.
Funding local schools and stuff.
Well, it's more along the lines of you can't win if you don't play, but I refuse to pay the stupid tax too much.
That's fair.
Okay. You want to roll damage for it, Mandy?
Victor.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Computer is being a piece of crap.
Does that hit her? It does. Her touch armor class is not that good. She takes 9 force damage. Ow.
Yay.
She orders the Marine next to her to shoot you for your insolence.
You know, fair.
How dare you?
Move action to take cover.
Yeah.
You are hit. I'm going to click it on you. You take 16.
Thank you.
Cella Victor.
Ugh. Their most powerful spellcaster and the highest level person on their entire ship starts violently throwing up all over his own shoes and robes and stumbles southward out of the stinking cloud, where he will continue to throw up for 2 more rounds after this one.
Not so hot now, are we?
Sindara moves undercover, hiding behind masts and other debris and other equipment on your ship, and moves towards Riarka, and you can tell she is preparing a healing spell for you.
Thank you, Sandra.
Vaughn fired Tortugan, but he'll come up on deck next round. He will appear here. Or he fired Tortugan from up here, and then he'll come back and help.
Cella Victor.
You can see there.
Oh, we lost Mandy.
Nar!
Nor.
Nar. Okay. Okay.
Cella Victor.
Yep. He has also got the barfs. He wants 5 rounds of barfs. Good for you, dude.
Purge dieting is all praise.
True.
My parents' Wi-Fi is awful. I switched to data on my phone so I can hear.
Oh, sorry, man.
Goddamn owlbear.
Owlbear kicks over the boarding ramp and secures it on the TPK side, preparing to run across next round.
Cella Victa.
Running to meet that.
Cella Victa.
Those guys are way too exuberant. Grabs a set of cutlasses and starts passing them out to the crew.
Cella Victa.
Grabs a cutlass and heads over to where Owlbear is preparing to board.
Alrighty. So you say the hydraulic push shoots further. How far does it shoot, or do I know?
Because it increased the bonus, it will tend to push people farther. But I think your range already is like 40 feet.
All right. Well, I mean, how far would it push them?
The better you roll, the farther they get pushed.
Fair.
And if their CMD is crap, you'll just knock them super far. And based on your extensive combat experience, Holden might not be that observant, but he knows how to fight. The CMD of these officers is probably 20 plus. Of these able seamen that look like ripped little monks, probably 20. The Marines are also similar. Their captain looks like she's higher than that. This guy, this wizard who is throwing up, looks like he has a garbage CMD.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that. I think that would be the funniest meme.
Not to mention the fact he's at a penalty with being nauseated. So.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll come up. I'll dimension door right behind him and use my hydraulic push.
Oh my god.
That's so funny.
Holy shit.
Bye.
Holden steps toward the rail, disappears in a phased blink, appears crouched down beneath this wizard who is currently hanging on to the rail, bending over the side of his own ship, throwing up his breakfast into the sea. And Holden blasts him directly in the tailbone, pushing his ass into his body, tumbling him forward, somersaulting the wizard, who is still violently ill for 2 more turns, into the sea. He goes flying 15 feet away from the rail of the ship into the water.
Oh
Elf overboard.
I love it. All right, that's my turn.
Nice.
Elf overboard.
Ultra combo. The stinking cloud into the hydraulic push.
Guy just got wombo combo.
He really got womboed.
Yeah. We're a tag team.
Cella Victa.
Throwing up violently. Multiple rounds of barf time for that person. Imani lines up on Owlbear. Oops. I failed. There we go. Why doesn't that work? Default. There you go. Riviera puts a bullet in there. Marine that is killing Riarca.
Cella Victa.
Okay. This crew member on the ground that you have kicked and stabbed acrobatically tumbles out of the way without provoking and takes a shot at Sha Feng. Does not connect.
Jella Victor.
Wait, you said they're still prone or not?
No.
Oh, okay.
This officer comes over, takes a shot at Storgrim with the sword, rolls piss.
Jella Victor.
This Marine is directed over here to murder Riarka. Riarka ducks behind the rail, and part of the helm of the TPK is shot away. Two of the little grips just shatter. Wood splinters shower over the top of you, but you take no damage.
Nice try, bud.
Conchabar, you know what he does. You know what he's all about.
Popping off with random songs.
You can turn on your Bard inspiration buffs. Inspire Courage. Sir. Dives off the mast and glides over to join the boarding party. Kale lines up on the boarding party.
Jella Victor.
Hello, Victor.
This guy's starting to get concerned. He's getting kind of torn apart, but his boss is right behind him, screaming at him to kill their helmsman. And he drills Riarka for 19. I'll put it on you.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh boy.
Them, maybe.
Okay. I'll do my flurry. I'll 5 foot up. My first attack is gonna be. Can I hit that Chelish officer, or is that beam blocking my view of him?
No, you can get him.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna try to. Oh, sorry. I was going for. I was gonna say kick him in the balls. Although trip would be better. But yeah, I should have said that before I rolled it.
No, that's you.
Yeah.
You nail him right in the nards, and he drops to the ground.
Dirty trick. Yep. Sweet. Then I teleport to the other side of him so that I can get to here with 5 foot.
Yep.
Sweet. So
With your bullshit and the phase spider shit, it costs you 5 feet of movement as long as you're staying close to your current target. Deal?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you can blip to any adjacent square to your current target. That's what.
Sweet. So I can switch targets once I blip there.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Sweet.
So you use this guy to leapfrog to other targets.
Yep. And I'm going to bull rush this dude with my next attack.
Oh my god, you're gonna push all my best people over the side, you fuckers.
So that didn't work.
Insufficient.
How'd you roll a -2?
Wait a sec.
-2.
Oh, because I have -2.
Oh, it has inherent negatives.
Oh, the negative levels. I also have -2 to it because of the 2-weapon fighting. And then the third attack, though, I put in there, but it's missing a -2, I think, on it.
It's okay.
Or no, -5 or something like that, yeah.
Oh, it's in the, somehow the die rolled -2.
I think
That's
it's just
wild.
I think because negative levels maybe apply before, so I don't know how.
No,
that would mean he rolled a 0.
Below. You can see it down. You can see it in the list.
Let's see, what is his total?
Well, I had a check -2. Is that applying? Well, still, that doesn't make
5,
sense.
7, 9, 15, goes to 13.
And then -2 for the 2-weapon proficiency.
Yeah.
His roll, the die rolled a -2 somehow.
The math checks out to the dice basically rolling a 1, but it doesn't show up as if it rolled a 1. Like, Foundry fucked up somehow here. I don't know.
No, I can see that plus 13 is all the bonuses. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15, -4. It actually makes it 12. So yeah, no, that's... And then when you applied the 13 to the -2, yeah, that die roll is just completely invalid.
I don't know.
That's weird.
This roll uses a non-default formula, it says. I don't quite understand. Let's take a look at Xiaofeng's melee. Your melee is... It is the negative levels. It's computing negative levels before the die roll.
But it's showing the negative levels separate on the list.
It's showing them in the list, but I think that's not how it's computing.
But it's part of the 13. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15, -2 is 13. That's the plus 13.
Whatever, I think it was just a glitch. Foundry's been really buggy lately, especially if you've upgraded to version 13.
I have not yet. Well, I upgraded F2, but nobody's playing on F2 right now. F1 is still Foundry 12. Yeah, that's a weird one. Either way, you did not approach his CMD.
Yeah, and neither did the second one. The 21 -5 doesn't either, right?
Yeah, we'll just have to check our math on it when you roll them.
Okay. Well, I did kick that officer in the balls real good.
You kicked him in the balls?
Hell yeah.
Jella Victor.
I moved here with the second attempt to push the guy, I guess, or... No, I'll stay here.
Ooh, I think I connected on Storgrim.
Natural
For 9.
20.
Did not confirm
Roll
the crit.
out.
Yep, that does hit.
18 doesn't hit, and make me a fort save. Should be able to just click it in the attack now. I think you have to roll a 1 to fail, don't you? No, you have to roll a 4.
I can roll under a 5.
Yeah. You're good. You're not stunned.
Jella Victor.
Okay.
I think I had way too much fun for a bunch of slaving overlords.
Yeah, these are definitely not slaves. These are true believer Chelish warriors.
They do seem to be saying the catchphrase.
They're
quite
probably they're all going to say it lots of times. They are not that the lower level crew. They're not that amazing in combat, but they are very good sailors.
Never gave a damn. I ain't never gave no fuck. No. Fell out with them hoes. We ain't never
Get off my fucking helms, woman, she says. Drills him for 12 more.
Yes! Yes!
Jella Victor.
Bolty, you're amazing.
Leaps over the side, lands on the edge of your deck with her fingertips, and somersaults over the side onto your deck. Gets right in the face of your helmsman.
Oh god.
Well, unfortunately, there's not much I can do to help you. I'm slightly surrounded over here.
Can we eat more face spider meat and get another 60, or is it only once a day?
Oh, you might overdose on phase spider jerky.
Maybe my leg will permanently phase out of existence, and then I need
then you'll need
give me that stanky leg.
Then you'll need the stanky leg.
With the stanky leg. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to attack the prone officer.
Okay.
Hit him in the balls.
Oh.
Again.
I'm going to do so much more than that. Combat. What? Power attack. Haste. Full attack. And how much for... what's the bonus for prone? Oh no, prone is on my...
It's calculated. His AC is currently 14 because of it.
Bam, bam, bam!
You hit. You tear him up. He is almost dead, but he's a tough son of a bitch. He rolls out of the way. He kind of partially blocks some of it, and he is still alive down there.
Well,
after all that punishment.
I'll
Do
hit
we have
that one
haste?
with my cleave? I bought a haste potion and I took
Gotcha.
it.
Gotcha.
My cleave attack.
Oh yeah, do your
Hold
cleave.
on. Power attack. Attack. I'll be this one.
Okay, you got her. You hit her for 20. She looks very hurt.
Cella Victa.
I skipped.
Oh, it is Eel
Where my
Han.
sunglasses at? Well, not wanting to hit any of my party members, I do also want to make it significantly harder for these people to hit my crewmate, who I care about. So I'm going to just do another one. Why not?
Okay.
And right here.
Oh, wow.
I promise after this I'll get back to normal stuff, but
Oh, this is
I wanted to do
effective stuff.
something.
It's effective.
It's effective.
Cloud spells are effective.
Stinking
Yep.
Cloud is fantastic.
Fart apocalypse. Yeah.
That's not good.
Oh, I think it's great.
Mhm.
Okay, she makes it out. No way,
There's the final
Inquisitor.
countdown.
She needed a
I'm
7.
I'm definitely going to be voting who's ready to farty for the
Oh
title
my
for this one.
God.
Very thematic.
Awesome.
Cella Victa.
$19 does not hit. Storgrim.
Cella Victa.
Come here, Holden. What are you doing on my ship, you little punk? Miss.
That's it.
Cella Victa.
Okay. Shoots Storgrim. Hits touch 15 for 13 piercing on you.
Just barely.
Cella Victa.
So it's like Chellish victory, maybe something like that.
Yeah,
except
it's-
in Chellish.
It's Cella Victa. It's in common, but with a sort of an infernal pronunciation. Not good enough to hit Holden.
Well, first I would like to slash with this
Get him.
spiritual weapon.
She's now
Sorry, I
nauseated.
mean to fly into a dream.
That will hit for 14 force damage.
And then, fearing for my life, I'm going to be a bit of a chicken for a second, and
Burrow
turn
underground.
invisible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cella
And
Victa.
then vamp over a little bit so that they don't know
Cool.
where I'm at.
Very good.
Cella Victa.
Chug some potions while I'm busy and come back in a minute.
Well, he
Natural
doesn't.
20.
While
Roll
throwing
out.
up, treading water in the ocean, he rolls a natural 20 on his swim check, using his sailor skill in place of swim. And this heroically enduring wizard, after being blasted off the ship and barfing, he tumble barfed all the way into the sea. He does not drown.
Might I suggest coming back as an eel?
Sandara now has no idea where you
Oh.
went. She cannot heal you, but she can do this. She knows you're probably still
Oh,
close
God.
enough.
You are without
So
doubt
you
the
get
worst
this.
pirate I've ever heard of. But you have heard of.
I should have delayed until after her.
No, you're good. She hit you with this channel for 10. Because it's area effect.
Thank you.
Here,
Natural
Vaughn yelled,
20.
"Oh, fuck off."
Roll out.
As most of them make their save versus his web.
At least they're still stuck in the fart.
snap
if
a
they're
web.
Stuck there.
Yes.
Read.
Yes.
Jella Victor.
You, ma'am, get to step over here and barf.
Oh, never mind. I rolled 2 apparently, and I succeeded the first. That might have been an auto roll.
Oh, sorry. He meant to. Yeah. You should be fine.
Okay.
He placed it away
Okay.
from you. He did not want to catch you in it. Although you're sort of bracketed in with the farts and the webs, but.
Crazy sentence.
Yep. Surrounded by farts and spider webs.
Jella Victor.
My dream scenario.
Still throwing up.
Spark clouds all the way down.
I'm committing to the fart cloud bit. It's not just for preventing animals from dying. It's also for making people throw up.
Owlbear, raging, runs across the deck to the enemy ship and immediately tackles this man, slams him up against the rail, picks him up over his head, presses him all the way up, roaring like an insane person, and throws him into the sea.
Ilhan, Breaking Wind Edition.
Hold on.
Jella Victor.
Farts, I love farts.
Jella Victor.
Ugh. Stumbles out of the fart cloud, but you failed you're webbed. Oh, he's webbed in the fart cloud.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned. I saw where
Jesus.
the overlap was. Yeah.
Jella Victor.
It's a Venn diagram of awfulness.
I love it. You best not fuck with us again.
Or we'll be really
Between a fart cloud and a 20-foot ball of webs, Holden had a sword fight against 2 Chelish sailors.
Yep, I will go with attack the top or this one here.
Okay. Hit. And barely hit. She's super hurt. She drops.
First drop.
That was easy enough. Haha.
Haha.
Jella Victor.
And I will stay here away from the fart, right smack dab between the fart cloud.
That's right.
Yeah. You better stay while it like dissipates in 10 minutes.
hits, but rolled pretty bad. Hammers the barfing Marine.
Jella Victa.
Hammers Captain Storgrim. Ooh. Crit does
Natural
not confirm.
20.
Missed by 1.
Roll out.
But take 11 and you owe me a fort save. Made it. With flying colors.
Jella Victa.
This guy just... he's got no choice. Can't tumble away into the stinking cloud. He fights defensively.
Jella Victa. Or is he just staying there? And
If he stands up, you and Shafeng will both get an AOO. So he gets his sword between you and him, and he's fighting defensively from the ground, so his AC's not as terrible. Chellish Marine, you made your save. And you made your web save. But web still makes you move at half speed, I believe. So he has to spend his entire round to get out of the web. And when he does, he walks right into Imani. That's his turn. While singing and providing inspiring music, Conchabar engages his crew member with his sword cane, slashing her for 4.
Wow, he's so intimidating.
Meanwhile, Sarah dives from the top of the mast straight onto this person, with Balrog delivering, because he charged, 31 points of damage.
Nice.
Sarah slams into her, nearly killing her, coming straight out of the air, gliding down. Kale, seeing that Sarah has that one probably handled, rushes across to join the boarding party. He is standing, unfortunately, fighting from the ramp. He can't quite get onto the deck, and he misses.
Jella Victa.
You are barfing one more turn, and it's Shafa.
Okay. I think in the past you let me use reposition to move people into like hazardous terrain. Is that okay? And normally I think it's a feat.
Can't you flexibility the feat if you wanted it?
Yeah, I could. But I just all right, I'm not gonna do that then. I'm just gonna bull rush. Alright, so I try to bull rush this guy again. I'll do the 5-foot step first. Damn. -2 again. What the fuck?
Reroll that. I want to see.
Yeah, am I doing something wrong?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys. I figured out what it was. I've been putting the -2 not in the check bonus, but in the check override.
Oh.
My bad. Alright, I'm gonna re-roll that one.
Yeah, you're forcing yourself to roll -2.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
Sweet. So that was on that dude.
You push her 5 feet. And she teeters
Natural
on
20.
the edge.
Roll out.
Sprays you with vomit as she continues to barf. And hooks one hand onto the rail and does not fall into the ocean.
Alright, I'll try again with my next
Oh my
flurry.
god, you bastard!
There's a surprising amount of vomit in this campaign. You're
Well-
welcome, by the way.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you take
Motherfucker,
responsibility.
the vomit.
Yep, you got vomit
It
in your
is all my
face.
fault.
It's very hard to grab someone when you're covered in slick barf.
God, I can't. I'm spending like all my turns just pushing this person, but I still got a third attack, so.
Everything's slippery.
There's a lot
There
of
we go.
tail behind me.
There we
There's
go.
a lot of tail behind me.
You push her, loosen her grip, kick her feet away, and she grabs the rail, and you just rather cruelly bring a fist down right on her fingers as she's still dry heaving. Ah!
And I shout, "Cella Victor!" as I'm hitting her fist.
And she goes into the sea. Still nauseous.
Well done.
This is
That was awesome.
this is the most brutal assault you guys have ever brought to bear.
Yeah, we just
I mean, that
really
was
hate slavers.
Fucking like 4 or 5 attacks I spent just trying to push this person off the boat.
Yeah.
I've got a fun idea.
Over 2
here in a
rounds.
moment. I've got a fun idea.
Miss on Storgrim.
Cella Victor.
Cella Victor.
Natural 1 for that guy.
Never gave a damn. I ain't never gave no fuck. No. Fell out with them hoes. We ain't never making no fuck.
This Marine, violently throwing up, just gets riddled with bullet holes by Bolty and drops. She says, "Got him for you."
Damn, she goes hard.
Cella Victor.
Wonderful.
This person turns and attempts to fight Sarah. Ooh. Connects with Sarah once for 7. Sarah has to make a fort save or be stunned. 19 makes it. I think we'll do Storgrim's turn and then we'll pause because we're over time.
So let me ask you this: without having any of the, actually no, that's right. You're doing the elephant thing, so we can do maneuvers without penalties, right?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. In that case, since this guy's kind of sitting there on his ass, holding the sword up, getting defensively, I kind of grin at him and go, "Take a deep breath now," and I'm going to Spartan kick him into the
Oh
into
my
the cloud.
god. Okay. Oh my god. Alright. Give me a melee
that's
CMD or CMB.
Attack.
That is enough to move him 5 feet. He goes back
Yep,
into the
that's all I
stinking
need.
cloud, and he has to make a fort save. And he fails and is nauseated. I hope you're happy.
So I kind of imagine what I did is almost instead of a Spartan kick, a little more of a soccer kick kind of thing. So I catch him like just underneath the ribs, so he, as soon as he gets in, he gasps and drops it all in.
Was it with your peg leg or the normal leg?
Normal leg.
Alright.
See, could have been +1 magic with Stanky Leg.
Could have been the stanky leg putting him in the stanky cloud there.
No.
It basically,
like it
whether you like it or
stanky.
not, that was the Stanky Leg.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. We will
do
begin
like it
next
stanky.
time on Buhan's turn.
Gosh. Oh my gosh. By that time, I'll have already started at my new job. Jesus Christ.
You guys are absolute ruthless, relentless animals.
We're pirates.
Yeah. This is very
Oh,
piratey.
And it's fun. And I'm enjoying myself. And
Good.
it's fun to be part cloud.
Stinking Cloud is
So.
a devastating spell.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Glad I took it. It's very on brand.
In a time long
You
past,
thought
Tim and
obscuring
Harrison and Charles and Josh TPK'd on Stinking Cloud. They all failed their saves and I killed them.
Oh my god. Well, hopefully I fucking TPK another party on my stinking cloud.
You basically have, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to stop the recording.